Welcome back, V.O.C. YouTube channel, College Football Thursday. Right before I did this video, I just looked in the mirror. I have a mirror over here, where my closet is. And I need a fucking haircut. I really do. And I know I've had the longest hair ever, and I look back on the pictures of me in high school, and I'm like, why the fuck would anybody ever let my hair get that long? Oh, you know, you look back on your high school days, and you're like, holy shit, what was I thinking? But nonetheless, this is a sports show, so let's get into it. Man, already stuttering, can't fucking talk already. Video hasn't even started yet. Turn the ringer off before something happens. As you can see from the title of this video, look, the Heisman Trophy is the coolest trophy in sports for an individual award. Coolest trophy, the most prestigious MVP, most valuable, whatever you want to call it, most outstanding, whatever you want to call it. It's the most prestigious of any awards like that. The 4 finalists were announced. It is going to be given away or awarded Saturday night. The 4 finalists include Bryce Young, quarterback from Alabama.
Again, the snap was a little low. Young loads, now throws late, got it complete, first down.
He has almost a sixth sense about where that line of scrimmage is.
Young fires near side, caught and out of bounds. Jacoby Brooks, who's in for Jamison Williams. Looking for Brooks in the corner. Got it! Touchdown, Alabama!
He's thrown for 4,000, just over 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 68% completion percentage, 3 rushing touchdowns. Kenny Pickett, the Pitt quarterback.
Mark Whipple on the sidelines, the offensive coordinator for the Panthers. Pickett, a very good runner. Don't sleep on those legs. Oh, he faked the slide. Sauce time. Pickett. Did that work? Touchdown, Pitt.
He's thrown for just over 4,300 yards, 42 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 67% completion, and 5 rushing touchdowns. C.J. Stroud, the Ohio State quarterback.
Stroud to the sideline. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
He has thrown for just under 4,000 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 71% completion percentage. And then the only defensive player, non-quarterback out of the 4, Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end for Michigan.
C.J. Stroud steps up in the pocket and goes down. Michigan gets pressure. Guess who? Aiden Hutchinson.
He has 58 total tackles, not touchdowns. 58 tackles, 14 sacks, which is a Michigan school record, and 2 forced fumbles. Now, who do I think is going to win this award? Bryce Young's going to win this award. He should. He's most deserving to win the award. That's not why I'm sitting here arguing the Heisman Trophy needs to be fixed, as you'll see from the title. The best player is going to win the award, that deserved to win the award. He's had, I think, consistently the best year. And people are going to sit here and argue and chirp like, oh, he's not consistent. Yeah, he has. From start to finish, he's been unstoppable. Him, Alabama, what they did to Georgia, I cannot talk. What they did to Georgia last week, the way he played, where he just fucking dominated them, proved Heisman Trophy winner. It just did. And I get the Aiden Hutchinson. Look, I'm all for a defensive player, non-quarterback, non-offense player winning the award. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think if Bryce Young in Alabama would have lost to Georgia and he would have played poorly, I think Aiden Hutchinson wins this award going away. But I don't even know if he gets second in this award, to be honest with you. I think Pitt's quarterback's going to get second. Sneaky good year. I think voters are going to look at it and go, if he wasn't on that team, what would Pitt be? You know, I think that's how a lot of these people who vote on these awards think, and this is why I say we need to fix it. I think way too many people vote. You have the South that won't vote for people on the West Coast. When you have people in the Midwest that vote for... It's the weirdest thing ever. Like when Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry, I think it was, 2015 Heisman Trophy, I want to say it was. Christian McCaffrey got second. Derrick Henry won. Nobody in the South had Christian McCaffrey on their ballot. They just didn't. Every other region did. Writers in the South were like, no, this is Derrick Henry's award. We're not even going to vote for Christian. He's not even as good. That's fucked up. To me, I don't think C.J. Stroud should be a finalist. And a lot of people ask, well, sometimes there's 4 finalists, sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 5. It's the percentage of the vote that you get if you're a finalist or not. Aiden Hutchinson is the first defensive player to be a finalist since Chase Young was a few years ago. The first Michigan finalist since Jabril Peppers was. I mean, I get all of that, but I don't think he's going to win the award. Outstanding year. Michigan is nowhere close to being in the college football play without him playing for them. He's just been dominant. But like I said, I just think Bryce Young wins it. The 2 people I think should have been a finalist over C.J. Stroud, to me, the Michigan game, he lost it. He just did. Which is Kenneth Walker, the running back from Michigan State. You take Kenneth Walker from this Michigan State team, they're not 10-2. He has over 1,600 rushing yards, 19 total touchdowns. He averaged 6.2 yards a rush. That's pretty dominant. I know he lost some steam with the Ohio State game, but it's like he's pretty good all year. You take him away from the team, they're nothing. That's how we should look at the award. Not, oh my God, who just puts up the best numbers, blah, blah, blah. No. It's a valuable award. You take a player off a team, what are they, what aren't they? That's how I look at it. The other guy that I thought should have been a finalist, and this is where the Aiden Hutchinson thing, and not just ripping on Aiden Hutchinson, not ripping on him.
1st and 10 at the 25. And it's Walker, breaks it outside. Walker.
It's going to seem like I am. I'm not. Will Anderson, the defensive end for Alabama, 91 total tackles, 15.5 sacks. For a team that beat Georgia. I think he had 1 sack in the SEC championship game. He didn't completely light it up, but to me, if you're going to have Aiden Hutchinson there, you should have Will Anderson there. Because Alabama's defense was, it's not, we don't think of it as like, oh, this is like the best defense or great defense. Because we look at the offense like, man, they're really not, defensively, they're not terrible either. They're still pretty darn good. So that's just what I thought. I thought it should have been 5 finalists with Bryce Young, Kenny Pickett, Aiden Hutchinson, Kenneth Walker, and Will Anderson. That's why I said we kind of need to change some of the Heisman voting. God damn, I cannot talk. I think that's what we need to do. We need to change it up a little bit. It needs to be different. It needs to not be so regionally biased in the way of like, oh, I'm in the South, not going to vote for anybody in the West, or anybody in any other region. Like, that is not how it should be done. I thought, like I said, should have been 5 finalists. You have Aiden Hutchinson there. Will Anderson should have been there. And Kenneth Walker should have been there as well over C.J. Stroud. That's just what I believe. That's what I believe. And like I said, Bryce Young is going to win the award. He's going to. It's going to happen. He's a quarterback. It's going to happen. All right, moving on to the next topic here. Miami has their new coach, Mario Cristobal, the former coach now of the Oregon Ducks. He played at Miami, grew up in Miami, from Miami, played in Miami. How many times? This is why he left. He's a Miami guy. His mom still lives in Miami. His brother is a police officer in Miami. He's a Miami guy. He's going to go. He's going to go to Miami, right? So he goes to Miami. They've been a terrible program since about 2002, 2003, around that area. They've been kind of stagnant, dormant since then. Look, I think he's a great recruiter. I don't think he's a good coach. He got destroyed by Utah twice, lost to a terrible Stanford team this year. I don't think he's a good coach. I think he's a great recruiter, but I think he's underperformed as a coach. So, yeah, do I think Miami got a great recruiter to help lift the program up? Yeah, I do. I don't think they have a coach that's going to win them a national title. I mean, yeah, it's a good hire. $8 million a year. You get him from Oregon. Okay. If I were him, I wouldn't have left Oregon just because I would have felt Oregon probably would have offered a little bit more money. They're a little bit more devoted to the football program and spending on the athletic departments there. Nike is a big donor for the school. Phil Knight is. So, to me, I wouldn't have left to go to Miami just because they haven't really proven to put money into the football program, into a lot of things. Now, they're promising him a lot of things. They're hiring a new AD. The AD at Clemson, they're going to pay him $2.5, $3 million, double what he was making at Clemson. Mario Cristobal is getting the highest coaches pool in the ACC, more money for recruiting, more money for the football program. You know, so Miami's offering him a lot of things. I don't think it's going to matter to win a national title because I do not believe Mario Cristobal. I think he's like a Coach O. Great recruiter, but not a great head coach. Great recruiter, good head coach. That's what I think he is. That's just what I think he is. But for Miami, I mean, it's a good hire because it gives you something that they haven't had in a while. But I don't think it wins you a national title. That's what they want. They want to get back to the U winning national titles. Like I said, great recruiter, decent coach. That's just what I think. All right, the college football playoff is set. Pretty much, I mean, I told you guys what it was going to be last week because I have a big brain. I told you Alabama was beating Georgia. This guy's never fucking wrong. Went 4-2 last week in picks. Dominated picks-wise. Oregon fucked me. Mario Cristobal, terrible coach. And then I fucking lost out on, what game did I lose out on? It's on the tip of my tongue here. What game did I lose out on? I gotta find it. I gotta go back and find it. I mean, this is a shit show. I mean, this is how this fucking thing works. Oh, Baylor. I had Oklahoma State beating Baylor. They lost. Now they play Notre Dame. Gonna destroy them. So the playoff is set, like I told you. I told you it's gonna be Bama 1, Michigan 2, Georgia 3, Cincy 4. Whoever beat Georgia, that automatically number one team because the committee looked at them as the best team. I think everybody did. I looked at them as Georgia's the best team all year. But I told you, with Georgia's quarterback situation, they ain't winning shit. Kirby can't coach against Saban. Saban had the back, and Alabama had their backs against the wall. They came out and they fucking won the game. I told you, no one wanted to fucking listen. Everybody wanted to look at this face and be like, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Who's fucking laughing now? This fucking guy right here, genius. Fucking genius. You might want to listen to me more often. God damn. So the matchup is as it goes. Bama, Cincinnati, Cotton Bowl, Michigan, Georgia, Orange Bowl. Now, I'll get into the games more as we get closer. Just looking at it from the start, gazing over it, not really looking at lines or looking at really diving into it. I think we're gonna see a Bama Georgia natty. Off the tip of my tongue, I'd like to say both games are going to be won by 20 points or more. Because Georgia's pissed off. Alabama, I think, is catching their stride. That's just what I believe. That's just from the overview of it. And like I said, I'll dive into these games more and the bowl games more as we get closer. That's just tip of my tongue. I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to brag a little bit about saying Bama was going to beat Georgia because, look, I fucking know. Dominated my picks 4-2 last week. All right, last topic. This is one of my favorite games of the year. It's the only game this week, and I think it's deserving of being the only game this week. Army plays Navy this week. You know, this game to me is the epitome of college football. These guys that go to these military academies have completely different lives than a regular football player at Michigan State, Michigan, Notre Dame, Ohio State, any school you can think of. These kids at the military academy are sun up to sundown, they're working every day. They are the reason that we get to live the life that we do, right? The kids that go to the military academy, people in the military, that is what I think makes this game so special. Because these kids are deserving to be put on a pedestal, and that's what we do this week. I watch it every year. I'm always so excited when this game comes about because it means everything to these kids, the alumni, the fans, the students, the coaches. It means everything to everybody that plays. I really want to go one year. I think it'd be one of the coolest games to go to. Just because it does mean, and everybody that's talked about it says it means something different, and it's one of those games too. Once you go once, you want to go every year. That being said, Army is 8-3. They're a 7-point favorite. Navy's 3-8. Navy's kind of... They've had it down a couple past few years. Army's kind of caught their stride the last few years. They almost beat Oklahoma one year. They almost beat Michigan. So they kind of figured themselves out of like, okay, this is what we're going to play. Therefore, that's why I think Army's going to win the game. Not much to say. I think the over-under is like 32 points. It's always low scoring. It's a little nasty looking. It's gritty looking. Like I said, the Patriots game was 1920s. That's what this game's going to look like. You got triple option going on. Grit, fight. I mean, it's everything you want in football and more. Best game of the year. One of my favorites. Watch it every year. Cannot wait for it. It's on CBS, I think, 3 o'clock. I think if you have a chance to watch it, watch it. Even if you're not a football fan, watch it a little bit. Feel the atmosphere out. It's the greatest game to watch. It just really is. That's going to do it for today's video. Like I said, we're cracking down on a lot of shit. Getting down to the nitty-gritty. Like I said with NFL, there's not that much football left, so we have to cherish it and appreciate it as much as we can because it's not going to be here much longer. We've got about a month left. Got to care for it enough. With that being said, that's going to do it for today's video.